So we're going to talk about all the 2-year-olds. We had some castration, some curbs being cryoed this week. So Tuesday you won't see AC/DC, Sterling Hanover, Hanger 1, Cherry's Girl, and Sterling Volo. That's his name, right?
It's Steady, but...
Steady Volo. Sterling Volo is either the mother or sister. No, it is. Those horses won't be present on Tuesday. Neuromancer can go with his little crack. Did they say if it bled?
I did not know. I don't know. I didn't ask.
Otherwise, we should be fine. And how was the other guy? Can somebody ask him?
How do you know?
Yeah. He had one too. So
yeah.
And so did the other filly. With 3.
Duchess.
I'll work on that. So let's run through the babies. I saw that. AC/DC. Nice colt. I think it'd be a much better gelding than a stud. We castrated him the other day, so that's where we're at with him. Aunt Sarah, I think, is a very, very nice filly. Got her squared away right. She's trotting good, loves her work, and is fast.
I haven't gone with her
You haven't gone with her yet?
No.
You went with Blue Rare the other day. You
did.
Didn't tell me about Blue Rare.
She's good.
How good, though? Because I think she's one of the best horses we have.
No, she doesn't. No.
No, she's very fast and very strong.
No, she's very nice.
I don't think anybody's been as fast as her. I don't think so.
Okay.
Don't think so. She's really good. So Blue Rare, you give her what?
She's good.
You're talking
No,
like A minus.
we're not grading.
I know, but you're talking like A minus, or?
No, she didn't do anything wrong.
I think she's a very, very fast filly. Plus, you went with her, and about 2 days later, she was sick, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Capistrano Knights, and she didn't train today. Blue Rare, because she was sick this
I
week.
thought you meant Capistrano.
No, Capistrano Knights.
Better
Jason.
with the hobble change.
Oh, was she better?
Yes.
Oh, safer?
For me, anyway.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so she was good. Captain Doolittle, we got to keep.
I don't know if she was today.
Yeah, I'm sure she was fine. She had the same hobbles on. Captain Doolittle, we got to do a little, continue to work on him with equipment. Now, Jason didn't say anything about him today.
I wonder if, he might not have been able to go.
He went. They would have had a shoe on him for sure.
Okay.
They wouldn't dare leave him in because he
No, well, I don't know if Enos was there.
Well, then they should have got somebody else because if they didn't chalk him or train him because of that. Bad news bears for everybody come Monday. Cherry's Girl will have the day off. I like this filly. I went with her the other day and I could see where she made breaks. For sure it was that curve bothering her. When you really asked her to stretch out, she wanted to come forward. You could feel her lean forward and then just kind of soften real quick. She was hurting. So just needs a little time. Degas. Jason loves her, which is great because Amy doesn't love her.
Okay, to be fair.
Okay.
My opinion of her is 5 weeks old, and when they were not hung up at all, and
That's fair.
were trying to train them when they didn't know how to go fast, and she was trying to pull up a little bit. So yeah, that I didn't like her.
Oh, we're going to use past tense.
No, I'm just saying. You keep saying every time you bring her up, you bring up that I hate her.
No, it's not that you don't. It's not that you hate her. It's that she was frustrating for you to train the one day. Jason loves her. He said she trots great and he really likes her. So
she literally wears polos.
That's it. And I think she will get better too. She's another one. I don't know if she has mucus or not, but you know that supplement that we get, the one that says for strength and stamina. Maybe put that on her too. I don't know.
Oh my god.
I'm no different.
He's
than
one of those people that
I'm no different than the other idiots.
They could put all of the same thing in a container and then just change the label.
I want the red one, not the orange one.
Yeah, and he's this is
100%. That's me. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
What does it even mean? Strength and stamina?
I have no idea. There's ingredients there. You just gotta. You have to look through it. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
I don't know if it literally delivers strength and stamina, but it's a great marketing tool. I mean, that is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for. Yes, I'm looking for.
You're the guy that goes and buys the Tylenol because it says, "Oh, this is for your arm."
100%. Yeah,
I want elbow pain.
I want the elbow Tylenol. 100%.
Exactly.
I do. Captain Doolittle, we just got to get him squared away. He's coming. I like his attitude though, which is good.
We're on Diosa.
Oh yeah, way behind him. Sorry. Diosa Della Danza has been going good. Typical dancing Yankee. Looks at everything, got a rubber mouth on her. But we've seen this before. We just have to address it accordingly. We don't want to rev them up. The first 2 we raced had snake cords on in May. We'd like to stay away from the snake cords with Diosa Della Danza. So just go easy, let her do her work, and she'll come forward. Don't Ask Again is improving. She's very, very stubborn filly. This is Pickpocket's sister by Captain Corey. She is stubborn, but every week she gets a little bit better. I see her head over the gate now, looking at people. She's behaving herself. We're going to take the flip-flops off her. We're going to see her come forward, I hope. Dune looked good today. I saw her on the cross ties. She looked very, very good.
Got bigger.
She did get bigger. Well, I'd be concerned if she shrunk because she's supposed to be growing.
No, she was little.
She was. Eliza Hanover has been going good, or Lisa, whatever, and I like this filly. I mean, she's well-bred. She was an easy purchase. What Steve paid for her, she was a simple purchase. Emerald Tom. Do you go with him yet?
No, not since
He's a nice colt. Nice colt. I like him. He does his work really nice. Go Strong Hanover. I have to keep telling Rob all the time, you know, we're talking about staking, we're talking about OCI, because he wasn't an expensive colt. He was very inexpensive. This is Locatelli's brother by Green Shoe. There is no rhyme nor reason why this isn't a nice colt and why he didn't bring more money. I have no idea. I can't report any issues with this horse. All I can tell you is that he was inexpensive. A very, very nice colt. And everyone that sits behind him loves him. Everyone. Head to Know is a nice colt. Pop the quarter crack behind. It's very frustrating to me, right? I'm trying to look at the stud saying, is this indicative of the stud? Marseilles, I don't remember other two popping any quarter cracks of any kind. And then Neuromancer, we don't know enough about his sire to start with. Maury didn't have any foot problems in that regard, although he was small and had small feet. But it's in a place that it won't matter. It'll come around quickly. Hanger 1, I think he'll be a much, much better gelding than stud. His last training trip was the best one of his life. I was happy with him. And I'm trying to look at him and say, I think as a gelding, you'll be a very, very nice horse. Very manageable. He's very competitive. He loves his work on the track. I think we have him shod in a way that's a little irregular, but at the same time, it has helped him. He has got better. Every shoeing change we made, he's got better. And I think he's in a good place right now. He's a Fearless Peter. We knew he would be, and is a much better gelding than stud. Highest Honor, same thing. He's quiet now, paces, doesn't act up, doesn't canter and be stupid, does his work and looks very good doing it. In New York, the little puffball. Amy's worried about in New York. He looks funny. He's kind of short and compact.
But when you jog him, he
looked good. And
he actually goes between.
Yeah, well, he's
not
passing gated.
But probably not going fast.
Yeah, no, he was good the other day, trained him.
Yeah.
I put aluminums on him. We tipped him out a little bit up front. He's trotting good. He finished up his mile well the other day. I was happy. Give him 4 training miles like that, and I think you're going to see a different horse. Jailbird Jog quietly is one of our better horses, and you're going to see that very, very soon. This is a nice filly, and I really, really like her.
She's one of my favorites.
Well, she's just a nice filly. Jo J. Fotag, she has some speed. A lot like her brother. Not as flashy as Sweeney, but a lot like her brother, and I have no idea what she's going to do or what she's going to become, but she'll get to the races. She doesn't mind her work. She's a little lazy at times. Doesn't mind her work and gets at it when she has to. Jolene Hall, I like this filly. Amy and I were just talking about the Ready for Monies. Both Jolene and Judy's Money are both by Ready for Money. Now, Judy's Money's been dominant in training. Now it's early. It's only the first month of training. But she's been very, very strong, very, very focused. Jolene Hall's the opposite. Bit of a schizo, bit of a scatterbrain. But when she has to do her work, she can get at it too and looks good. I like both these fillies. I like the Ready for Money. We may breed one of our mares to Ready for Money next year. This year. Leland Hanover, I know. Amy, a couple of people are worried that he's a little lazy, he's a little this. I went with him. I love the colt. You just have to let him do his work. He's learning. You can tell when I sit behind him, I can tell he is absorbing what you're asking him to do. He's a little cranky because he's a colt. They get that way.
But I'll tell you, absorb that the tractor is not out there to kill him.
Arson is the same way. Arson gets terrified of the tractor. You can't blame that horse for that. You can't say, well, this horse needs to get over being scared of the tractor. That's a little unfair.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
None of the other ones care about the tractor.
Yeah, but they're all different. And Arson was the same. Arson is still the same way. Harry told me. He said he's still a lunatic. He'll take him for a ride if he sees a tractor. This is a 4-year-old that's paced in 48 and has 400,000 made and is still deathly scared of tractors. I don't understand why people are scared of clowns, but when they are, they are. And I'm going to tell you what. I went by the tractor a few times with Leland. He's okay. A lot like Arson was. Terrified the first 2 times, and when he realized there and you make him glide, he's like, all right, fine. I'm scared, but I'm going to pretend I'm not scared, and I'm going to jog by it. But if you do it again the next day, wild. And that's kind of how Leland is. But that's not his fault, and I'm not blaming him for that. But Leland Hanover, mark my words, is going to be a nice colt. I love this colt's gait. I see a lot of Arson in him. Making the breaks in places sometimes. I told Daniel this. People forget, way back when Arson was training him, he made tons of breaks. January, February, March, he made tons of breaks until he put it all together, and then he became Arson. And I think you're going to be very happy with what you see from Leland Hanover in 2025. Lifting Legend is training good here. He's good. We're gonna castrate him too. The caretaker pulled me aside today and said, "Hey, this guy's starting to bite at his stifles and get kind of stutty." I said, "Is he not a gelding yet?" She said, "No, that's why I'm telling you." I said, "Oh, well, we can fix that right away." So Lifting Legend's likely going to be castrated in the coming weeks. Love Sensation has been doing her work well. Very pleased with this filly. This filly had a procedure done 6 weeks ago. You'll see her on Tuesday likely. She didn't go today though. Megan's Lucky Day did go today. She was acting up a little bit. The old Uncle Peter bubbled to the surface again on Megan today. That'll happen. Listen, I'm very well versed in the language of Uncle Peter, and January is a heavy lifting month for the Uncle Peters. Historically speaking, Megan is going to be a badass, but I'm going to tell you one thing. She will bend come the end of January. I can guarantee you that. Millie Girl has been great, done everything right since day one. She's a beautiful filly. My Name is Swaney is caught up to the Pacers and going with them now. She looks very, very good. You're going to see her on Tuesday. Neuromancer, you're going to see him. I'm debating putting the hobbles on him. I want him just to do his work as well as he wants to, because he always wants to go out and do a good job. He quarter crack bothering him. Things are bothering him.
He strays from focusing.
He doesn't though. I don't know when he does with other people, but when I go with him, he's always straight ahead. That day I trained him in 49 by himself. It's like 3-4 weeks ago.
I'm not saying he would be good by himself, because there's nothing.
Oh, he'll be fine. I'm telling you, Neuromancer, I'm going to go with him on Tuesday. Perfection Hanover's been great too. I want to know how he went today. He's just catching up after a sickness, and I want to see who'd I have. I think I might have Jason Merriman on him. I'll contact him. Perfect Thought's been great. She's the queen of the castle right now, top of the food chain. You went with her once. What did you think of her?
Nice.
She was nice, yeah. A little different from the first time.
No, that was the first time I ever trained her.
Oh, right.
You should jog her.
I don't care how she jogs. She just plays around.
No, she doesn't. She literally doesn't play around.
What'd she do?
She would stop and walk if you let her.
Yeah, I know. That's nothing wrong with that. Taking it easy. Pretty Eyes and Lies getting better every week too. You're going to go with her Tuesday. I want you to break her loose on Tuesday. I want you to cut her loose on Tuesday. I want you to move her lots and work her hard. That's what I want to see on Tuesday from Pretty Eyes and Lies. Rico Tubbs, I was shocked. Eric come up and said, "Is this guy staked anything major?" I said, "Pennsylvania is major enough now." He said, "Geez, he feels like a really nice colt." I said, "Wow, he was just kind of in the mix before in the middle. You really like him?" And he says, "Yeah, I love this colt. He is really nice." Wow, that's cool to hear. Perfect. Riding the Rodeo continues to do her work well. She's a nice filly. She's going to get better and better and better. I want to get that supplement. I want to stop by Tackmaster. Remind me tonight on our way to the track. Tackmaster for the knee boots and for that supplement. Mad Barn, I know they sell Mad Barn products, because when you go in the door on the right, Karen was selling stuff there before. What do we got here? Rose Run Bobby has been another Uncle Peter. You're going to find it. You're going to see what she's like in January. Mark my words. If their name has Uncle or Peter in it at all, you can be sure January is a tough month for the trainers. It's almost like they just lose their mind in January. They find it quickly though. Royal Duchess, she had a little quarter crack, and I like her. I always cheer for the underdogs. She was a very inexpensive yearling. She's going to interfere. She's going to hit herself. I told everybody. She what? I did pick her out. I like that filly. She reminds me of Globetrotting sister there. What's her name?
Her name is Coupe de Ville.
Coupe de Ville. She reminds me of Coupe de Ville. Hit everywhere too when she was young. More go straight at 2. Hot, but had talent. And this filly, I don't know where her talent level lies, but I can tell you one thing. Whatever God gave her, she's going to use it all. Of that, I'm sure. Royal Flush Dio is getting better and better and better. Another one for strength and stamina is Royal Flush Dio. Simply Chaotic is going good now. He'll train again next Saturday when I'm there. I have a few to train. Solidarity, we got the flip-flops off him. You guys are I might have to go with him Tuesday. I can't.
Wow, you already got your whole list done.
I think I do got my list done. I got to go with him on Tuesday, I think. No, that's what you get for playing around with it. I don't know about all the other females watching this. You have hair. You've had it forever. Why is it so hard just to have an abundance of hair ties around? Like, it's like that right there. I know what that represents. That represents the last hair tie you have in this country. That's what that represents. Doesn't it?
I don't know yet. I'm sure.
How does that happen? How do you not? I don't get it. You don't have, like a bag, just a bag in the bathroom with like 50 hair ties. They're worth like 1 cent each. Just like 50 hair ties. Anyway, well, I'll help you find your last and one and only hair tie here in a minute. Steady Volo is going to miss Tuesday, but he's now, I haven't gone with him. Jason loves the cold. He really thinks he's the top of the food chain. I have no idea if he is or he isn't, but he's a very, very nice colt. Steph's Hope is training good. Now, Amy said she was a little lethargic. She's a big fat slob sometimes, and she's starting to tuck up a little bit and do her work better. We had OCDs removed for her hocks, so she had some 2-3 weeks off where she didn't work, but she's going to get better and better and better. I like this filly. I was going to say, is she can't be an Uncle Peter. She's What the Hill. So she'll be fine.
She's our only What the Hill.
Is she really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And she's very quiet.
And she's very quiet, yeah. Sterling Hanover won't go this week. This guy, that's fine. I'm just giving him a little reprieve on his only island. He's going to do lots of work all spring long. Supermind has been good. I pitched the hobbles on him. I went with him the other day, and Amy's right. You can get him around, but he wants to lean forward and come forward. He does touch himself a little bit. Until he gets stronger, it becomes a problem. When they touch themselves, it's okay. You have the odd one that it doesn't bother them at all. But most of them, it bothers them to some degree. Change their shoes, put a little more weight on them. They work through it. Some of them get frustrated and start to make breaks, and that's where this guy was. What he'll do is he'll get mad. You can see him do it. He'll put a step in. You'll see him put the step in, and then watch what he does next. He gets angry, and he leans into his head check. That's where the problems start. Put the hobbles on him, get his head up, and he'll come forward. That's exactly what we're going to do with Supermind. Sweet Lake, well, I told everybody she was good. Jason said, I don't know, she feels like she's going to make a break. I don't know how good she is. I put her on the front the other day and obliterated everybody. I told everybody this is a very, very fast and very well-bred filly. I think the issue is on the icier track, she's a little tentative getting up to high speeds. So people get her to about 3, 4th gear, and they're a little tentative with her. Just put the bit in her mouth, tap her on the tail, and she'll go straight forward. And once you get her into that 5th gear, she can go a long way in 5th gear. I really, really like this filly. We're going to lose her thing in a second. Tomboy Strong has been great. I told Jason to work her hard the other day. She beat up on everybody again. I really like this filly. Uncle Danny, you haven't gone with him in a while, but he's been
he's good.
Quietly one of our best horses. I know Jason loves Steady Volo. I can give you a name of 5 or 6 that would be in an open trot for us right now, and Uncle Danny would definitely be on that list. Woodmere Bullet is training well, I'm told, in PEI. Jamie Smith said he'd get a video for us in the next week or so of him training, which would be great. I'm interested, just as you are. And Zena Kemp. Zena Kemp, very nice filly. You're going to see her break out also in the next 2 weeks. She's really, really starting to put it together well. Do you have anything to add?
No.
Mrs. Hairtie? Nothing? Nothing at all? Who's the one you're looking forward to going the most with on Tuesday then? I'm going to put you on the spot. Can't say Bobby.
Why?
Because I said, it's my rules.
Well, you haven't made the list yet. I don't know
I'm
who
asking
I'm going with.
you know all the babies. Who do you want to go with on Tuesday? Give me one other name other than Bobby.
That I want to go with?
Yep. One horse. Here's all the list right here.
With the hobbles on?
Whatever you want. Supermind with the hobbles on?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. So be it. Supermind with the hobbles on. So you guys can tune in on...
Or the filly.
Who?
Jailbird Jog.
Oh, you can go
I
both
haven't
of
gone
them.
with her since she had her hobbles on.
Yeah, you can go with her too if you want. So that is you're hearing it right from the horse's mouth, so to speak. Amy is going to have Supermind, Jailbird Jog, and Bobby on Tuesday. We're going to go with some 3-year-olds. We're going to try and get as many as we can videoed for you, so you guys can have a look at what's going on, what we've been up to here at the stable, and in which way we're headed. Hope you have had a great weekend. Take care, everybody.